welcome back. We're TPKhaos. I'm Billy. And over here, not me, is Matt. And over there, also not
the
me, is
Hydra is
Caleb.
not complete.
And over here, part of me is Zion.
Hi.
Just the best part.
Yeah.
Well, now it's getting a little, mouth action going on there.
Hey, we don't discriminate around here.
I mean, we kind of do. But,
Sometimes.
Just, never mind, I won't say it. Anyways, so.
I mean, we discriminate. Let's be honest here, right? If you make a bad character, you're just a bad person in general. We discriminate heavily against that.
So let's talk about bad characters that use sharpshooter.
Oh, Rangers, 100%. I mean, it's awful, right?
Yeah, the thing that just totally helped me in that scenario, I believe anyway. I think I used at least some of it. Now that I think about it, I don't think so, because I was using a longbow, so I was in range. Would I have had any cover? Were they obscured in any way at all from me?
No. They're out in the open.
I don't think I used sharpshooter.
Sharpshooter is still a good thing to have, though. But the biggest thing is we're talking about the changes that have been made to feats. Great Weapon Master got a huge debuff. Sharpshooter just got neutered.
Yeah, so what we're talking about is Great Weapon Master no longer is the -10 plus, or -5 attack plus 10. So now it's what? -5 on attack plus your ability modifier?
No. It's just once per turn, you can add your proficiency bonus.
Oh,
you have no minus.
Oh, so there's no minus.
No minus, just add your proficiency?
That takes away the fun of it, though, because the whole point of Great Weapon Master was you are rolling the dice. You are taking a chance to completely miss to double your damage. That was the entire point of that.
You do also get an bonus action attack on either a crit or dropping something to 0 hit points.
But the problem is, though, I'm just going to use Barbarian because I know it has a part in the Totem Warrior where I get that already. So that's worthless for anyone playing a full strength character that's going Barbarian because they already have that built in.
Well, that's the point.
But then
that's the point, because none of these are supposed to be class specific. There are things that are a little more geared to classes, but every feat that they've now redesigned has been written in such a way to be beneficial to all classes, all builds. Everyone will want every feat. Maybe not always for every character, but everyone will always have a character that they will want for every
Barbarian's
feat.
not taking sharpshooter. And also with sharpshooter,
isn't
back to the original point.
Yeah.
You don't do the -10 plus or -5 plus 10 on attack anymore. So now you're just taking, you don't get disadvantage on close range. You don't get disadvantage on long range.
And you don't get disadvantage on covers.
On 3/4.
Which,
up to 3/4.
Actually, you just negate disadvantage.
Yes.
That's what sharpshooter's now about, which makes a lot of sense, I think.
Yeah.
See, that part's still good. If you're talking about which one got worse, Great Weapon Master is just kind of ruined now. Sharpshooter still has its purpose, because if you're going up against someone who can rush you, you need, to get rid of the penalty for them being within 5 feet.
I don't know. I kind of like the Great Weapon Master. I don't like the -5 penalty on attack.
You don't like it. Power gaming and
because
generally,
people power game it up to where I got +12 on my attack anyway, so it's going to land no matter what in every single turn. Instead, all right, here's your +4 on damage.
See, here's the problem though.
And it is a level 1 feat.
Oh, it is level 1 on there?
Level 1 feat.
All right, well, that makes good sense, and it scales as you grow, so I like that.
But it'll never do more than, what's the cap?
+6.
6 is the cap.
Pretty
They'll
sure.
never do more than a 6.
+6 per round. That's decent, though.
No.
It should be decent, because otherwise, when you guys go up against a pit fiend at level 10, you don't just walk through them.
Yeah, but you're talking about, so say our characters are level 20, right? They have the +6. I am doing an additional 6 damage, and it costs an entire feat worthless.
See, I
By
think
them neutering it to such a degree that they remove the damage, for me, there is no reason to have that feat when I can choose something else.
that's one thing Wizards needs to do, though, is they need to neuter a lot of stuff and bring other stuff up to where different classes and players are about equal on the playing field on battle. You don't want people to be able to power game so bad they break the game, you know? You
But
need
now-
to maintain that level of power.
Let's talk about this, though, because they also changed Lucky. So at level 20, I get 6 Luckies a day. How do you feel about that, Billy?
If you're using it properly, I think that is good. We
What do you
tend
mean
to be able
properly?
to.
We use Lucky.
We use Lucky where you can make a decision after the roll is finalized.
That's
If
no,
you're
that's
doing it
rules is
typically-
written. You are allowed to make a decision as the roll lands before a decision is made. That is the fucking word for word of Lucky.
Yeah, but you're metagaming, so you roll it and you got a 12 and you know the modifier plus this is not going to work. So before the DM
we do
can be like,
basic math. What do you mean metagame?
Yeah.
That's just basic
so
math.
if you're in the middle of battle and you swing, you're like, you know, oh, well, 12 plus 5 is 17. That's not enough. I'm going to use my lucky.
Matt, I mean, there have been plenty of times where we've gone through everything, damage and all, and then we've had one of us say, and then the DM has said, well, and something was said.
And then you're
kind
like,
of
oh, I
make
forgot
that
I have
not as
lucky.
upset. No, to make that feel a little of unfortunate or upsetting, being like, oh, that wasn't the best use of my turn, apparently. So there have been times where some of us have said, oh, well, then instead, I'm just going to do this. There have been times where we said, instead of doing that, I'm going to do
that
this.
anyway without the use of Lucky. What do you
my
mean?
my point is, that is metagaming to its max. And
Totally.
how do we not, like,
Welcome to a freaking home game. Like, what are you talking about?
It's like,
you are not going
If I can't do that, then I'm going to do
It's
this
like using
instead.
your save option on a video game. Go and fight the boss, losing, respawn, go fight him again. This time I know his weaknesses, you know.
Now I know what he's going to do ahead of time.
But see, that also comes with, is in order to avoid that, you would have to be so much more descriptive than what we normally do. Like, half of what we take back is like, oh, we didn't understand the situation we're in, so we made a wrong decision. The decision would have never been made. Like, let's take what just happened, for example. Because you did not take away concentration, and you should have, I rushed up there into this demon and got smacked by it. I would have never done that if we would have went complete circle, everybody was perfect, and everybody remembered all their stuff. It doesn't happen like that. Welcome to a home game.
Yeah, because we forgot to roll the concentration for a spell is what it's
So
talking
that
about.
entire decision would have
everybody does,
never
but-
been made. But there are multiple times where we're just like, screw it, we'll just let it happen. That's
true.
fine. But if
We're
you're talking
kinda
about
like
everything
wishy-washy on
being
it.
perfect, that's never going to happen.
Oh, God, no. There's too much math. And that's why I'm for Wizards of the Coast streamlining it a little more to make
Balancing
it
everything.
easier, balance it. Because, like, if the math is easier to do, the game's going to be more fun, more streamlined, and you don't have to go back on decisions and recalculate stuff.
That's
you
why
know.
I'm a big fan of the leveled feats, because then there's less options for, like, because if I opened up my feats option on D&D Beyond right now, there's like 50 feats that I have access to.
What are you going to take? You're going to take Lucky, and you're going to take something that helps out your class. Boom. Done
much.
deal, decision made.
But like with the leveled feats, it allows you to, like, you're able to pick and choose a lot better because there's less options right off the bat.
Now, I would say this, though, because I read through some of the leveled feats, and a lot of the feats are just bad. I mean, they're situational at best, like Charger. There's more, obviously. They need to add more, and then they need to boost the ones that people always take. Like I said, Lucky. Make that like a level 10 or 15.
Make it a stronger feat.
Make it a feat that requires you to be at a higher level 4. Because the way they have it written now is, at the end, you would get 6 Luckies a day.
No.
Which,
I'm looking at it right now. It says that you get a number of lucky points equal to your proficiency bonus.
which would be 620.
No. Oh, well, yes, but you're just saying 6. That made me think it was 6 all the time.
No, it's
No,
6
we're just
at
saying
level
that.
20.
We're just
We're
saying
talking
that.
about the max level
At
you
level
can go.
20. Okay, at level 20, yeah, sure, you can get that.
But that's broken as hell compared to now. It's just 3 regardless of when you take it. So you're talking about at the end, right? When your character's at its most powerful, let's make it even more broken by giving you 3 more lucky a day, baby. Like, that's so insane to me. And then you're going to neuter Great Weapon Master. Like, they need to go back through, look at each one individually. Like, all right, this one right here, we need to tweak it a little bit. It's not good enough. This one right here, we need to make it better or worse.
Lucky does work differently.
He doesn't just let you reroll.
Lucky now set. Well, yes, it does technically. First off, you get your luck points at the end of a long rest.
That's fine.
You know, but then you get. It says immediately after you roll a d20 for a d20 test, you can spend 1 luck point to give yourself advantage on the roll. It doesn't say anything about results or anything. It just says immediately after the 20 is rolled.
Okay, so now that goes back to what we were saying before then. So you're saying that's part of metagaming. No, if you roll a 5 and you know in your head that 5 missed last time, why would you fucking take the 5?
See, I think I like that. I like the new wording because it means that it basically says you may know technically that was a failure, but the DM hasn't said it yet. And that's the thing that they've always been trying to get people to. That's what they want. They want people to make the decision before the DM has made a decision. Has said the results.
But people aren't that stupid, though. I mean, like,
so that's why they've now worded it like this. Although there's another thing that they changed as well.
So I rolled a 4. I know that 4 is crap, but lucky I rolled a 17.
Yeah.
That right there is what you said was metagaming, but that's definition of how lucky has to work.
But it's.
But sometimes we'll say like, "Hey,
in your hands." Like, luck is not a conscious decision either. So I think like lucky should be like, yeah, you can get up to 6 lucky points, but I think it should be something that you just give yourself that advantage.
So like instead of
roll.
So like say, but you would have to know. You'd have to just like say, oh, I want to use lucky this time. Yeah. How do you know when you want to use lucky before you do it?
I think the point of lucky is to not actually be lucky.
It's the ability to change fate.
The point of lucky is to kind of simulate luck in a fictional universe, but luck is already in our hands quite literally through the form of a d20. If I roll this, I rolled a 14, I was lucky on that roll. But if I rolled again and I got a 9, well, then I would want to use lucky because I want to simulate luck being on my side and giving me a second chance.
Because the only way you could
change
lucky is if you do it like a portent. You roll however many dice, you have those stocked up for the day, and you get to choose from those already. That would be the only way to make it, because otherwise, if you try to do it beforehand, you're just going to roll with advantage on however many chances you get. And if you try to do it afterwards, it's going to be, oh, well, I know that failed, so I'm going to re-roll to try to get higher.
What I was getting at is like when you guys start metagaming and then you finally figure out, well, the AC of this character we're fighting is 18 and I've got a +5 modifier and I rolled a 12 and I know that's just going to miss. So I'm going to go ahead and use my point because I've metagamed to the point to know where I know what AC is.
But is that metagaming, though? That's just being observant. Like, obviously, if your character runs up to hit something, you roll a 16, you know that misses. Your character knows, oh, I must hit harder. I need a 17 or higher.
Actually, here, I think I have a way of explaining it. Luck, I actually subscribe to the fact that luck is its own being entirely. It does exist. And I believe that luck just likes to play games and just kind of screw with people sometimes, Maybe you think in real life, oh, yeah, you've totally got something down. But then something goes wrong for one reason or another. That could very well be luck just playing games with you. We are that being in D&D. Our characters think, I am going to make this happen. Or maybe they think, oh, no, I've failed because they rolled low. Then we, as a higher being, re-roll. Being like, no, you get some luck on your side. I think that's the point. It's supposed to simulate.
It's like the idea if someone is about to hit something and they completely miss, but then somehow like they trip or something and they do a full 360 and smack in the head.
Still hit it.
Yeah.
Either way, it's in the rules like that. So.
Lucky is a very metaphysical force. It is a meta force, which is why, honestly, I think it is one of the few moments in D&D that supports metagaming. I think it's trying to support
that's what
metagaming.
I don't like. It
See,
encourages
Portland does
the
the same
metagaming.
thing, though.
It does. And
No,
I think
totally.
that's the point.
But
That's the
Portland
point.
is a divination magic, which means you understand the outcome ahead of time.
But that's the
That's
point.
not
Again,
luck.
that's the
That's
point.
metagaming. That is the definition
the
of
divination
metagaming.
wizard is a metagamer.
But that's the
class,
point. These are features that support metagaming, and I think that's what makes them
They need to be gone.
honestly.
then.
Well, not necessarily, because if played right and if used correctly and treated as they are, they could honestly
Still be
make
metagaming.
They're metagaming
and still be
but
gone.
they're gone. They're there. They're there intentionally. It's not the same thing as like, oh, I know before anything happens. The DM puts the mini out and immediately a player says, oh, I know what that is. No, you don't. Your character's never seen this before. It's a difference between
But then
saying,
after one round and you're like, oh, this guy's pretty hard to hit because this guy threw a good shot at him. He was able to dodge that. But that guy just barely landed, with this type of shot.
That's a difference.
Yeah.
That's a
How-
different
how
kind
is that
of
metagaming,
metagame.
though? Like,
That's what he's saying. It's not really metagaming because it's your characters feeling out the combat as
Feeling
you
out
go.
and learning.
And it
that's-
ain't like
that's
we
the kind
start
of-
out and we're like, all right, the AC's 19 for this guy.
And I don't
but-
think we
Well, I mean, you
almost
did
ever
say
do
that. That was your fault, so.
Well, that
Well,
was after
whatever.
you guys
Point is-
attacked already.
Point is, I
believe.
don't think these features are necessarily wrong. I like Lucky as a concept, and I like it even more because they have altered it to where it's not so weirdly
I
worded.
disagree with that.
It's
They need to go back to
it's
being
not so
3.
weirdly. It's not so weirdly worded. No,
Lucky
because if
also
it's
just
three,
let you re-roll.
it's 3 every time,
Yeah.
right? No matter what level
or
you are.
re-roll
No,
and
it's
take the
6
whole
now.
roll instead.
No,
If you're
no,
at
no, 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 no.
It's
advantage.
3 at the current rule.
Because
Yeah,
technically,
the original rules
people
are
3 every
There's
time.
a
Three
dumb
every
thing that
time,
people figured
right?
out you could do with Lucky where it's
Now
like
the
you
rules
could
are
purposely give
proficiency
yourself
bonus.
disadvantage and use Lucky, and you'd have 3 dice to choose from.
Oh, yeah.
now the rules as written states it's based off of your proficiency bonus. My phone went off.
So that's what I mean. Though. It's
That
like
which
you're going to
means at
suffer
level 1,
through
at level
level
1.
10.
At
But
level
you're
1,
going to
you
suffer
only have
all the way
2.
through 10, and then you're going to be doing better when you don't need it anymore. That's what I'm trying to get at. You used Lucky the most from levels 1 to 10 when you need additional help. From 11 to 20, you don't need 6 Luckies.
I mean, if we
Yeah,
weren't metagaming,
Most of
or
the time, you're
power
going to
gaming
have
more like-
advantage anyway, so.
Yeah.
But
Unless,
your
like
toolkit
Caleb
gets-
I
said,
don't
you
know.
get you can force
I
yourself
will
at
say, yeah, you're right.
disadvantage.
Now, it does give advantage. Although, no,
Yeah,
it's been better. It's become better now because in addition to giving advantage, you can use it to give disadvantage.
But think about
You do
that.
that anyway. Well, you can just make them re-roll.
Yeah.
But it's
They reworded. The concept stays the same.
Does it?
The only thing
Okay.
that's changed is
I
that
thought it could
now,
only give
if I'm a
advantage.
level 15, fuck you, I get 5 Luckies a day. Do I need that level 15? No. I
But-
might need that at level 3.
but I think players are supposed to feel like gods at that point, and they'll probably
Yeah, 15's pretty
rework.
high.
I think they're going to rework monsters at some point, at least a little bit.
Oh, man,
to
they
start
need to
making
do a
them
lot
a little
more
more
than just a
even.
little bit.
At level 10, they're taking on the most powerful beings in the 9 hells.
No,
so,
no, they're not. That is a garbage monster. Bring out Baylor. Bring out a real level 20 monster. It would have killed all of us.
Maybe. Anyway,
Maybe.
that's it, guys. We love you. Tell us what you think.
Enjoy our ramblings.
Mostly about Lucky, but,
Yeah.
we got to squeeze a couple other little things in there.
Overall, they need to rebalance all the feats. They're taking steps towards the right path in some ways, wrong in others. They need to, wholesale everything, look at them as a whole, and be like, this sucks, let's fix all of it.
Yep. Figure it out, wizards. I ain't got time for that. Peace.
Thank you guys for checking out today's video. We post videos every Monday, Wednesday, and Friday for more glorious D&D content. Please like, comment, subscribe, throw it all down below. We always appreciate it, and we will see you guys next week.